Okay, well, welcome to our call. We've done our little housekeeping. And everybody knows who I am, so I don't have to do any introductions there. We're going to just kind of recap tonight our slides on who we are and what we have to offer for people, just so each one of you, we were expecting some other team members to join us today that were invited, and they may join in later. So, but we want to make sure you know everything that we've done, everything that we have to offer. So if you go out there and invite people to your team, you can speak intelligently about it and with knowledge of what we're doing. I believe that Dawn will be sharing some information about the events we're going to be planning and putting together. Our lunch and learns will be done virtually, and they'll be in the afternoons is what I'm thinking about. Nighttime is kind of difficult for people, so I think we're going to do afternoon lunch and learns. Lunch, learn, you do, yeah. And then starting in September, we'll probably jump that up and do a couple of live events. I believe Torre has put together a schedule of events, and we're going to try to really lock in what we do and how we do it and when we do things, so it's more consistent for everybody. So Torre, you already have the screen sharing ability. You can.
Yep, thank you, Kenyatta. So, yeah, as Kenyatta had said, there's been some recent activity that's been happening within eXp. So we're looking to be bringing on a couple new members hopefully soon. So we had prepared this presentation tonight as more of an overview of kind of what our team is all about, what we're really working towards. This is going to be a lot of a refresher for you, but I'm really hoping that members on the team, especially Luz, who's going to be joining shortly and trying to get ready to start her real estate career, that we can help answer any questions that you might have, as well as assist you in taking care of anything that you might need in order to join the team and start doing your transactions and doing real estate. So we'll go ahead and just quickly start. So as many of you know, this is the executive team, and we got a lot of the members of the team here tonight. But we're really led by Dr. Kenyatta Goins and his wife, Roberta Goins, who's currently out in California. But they're the two founders of TGRI, which stands for Team Goins Realty Investments. We're a relatively new team within eXp, but we actually have a vast knowledge within real estate and a lot of experience in a lot of different areas of real estate. But outside of real estate, all of the members from the executive team come from different professional backgrounds. Me, myself, my name's Teray, and I am the CEO or president of TGRI. And my real responsibility is to help arm our team with the latest and greatest resources, as well as news and insights, so that we have the right information to serve to our clients and help them be successful in their transactions and better their family, and also better agents as well. And that really wraps into our goals. Another lead person on our team is Cinnamon Scott. She's our head of onboarding and recruiting. She's been a recruiter for Fortune 500 companies for the last 10 years. She's actually currently going to school to get her PhD, and she should be joining later tonight, but she's going through a lot of different things as she's about 8 months pregnant and just bought a house in Phoenix, Arizona. So she should be joining later today, where hopefully she'll get to tell you a little bit more about our team and how you can best join. And then lastly, I think you're going to hear from both of these two tonight. It's Dawn Verdoni and Kimber Howard. Dawn is really our business development and communications lead. She's the one who sets up all the Zoom invites, starts to coordinate with all of our events, especially towards the back end of the year where we start to have more live events. Dawn is really going to be taking that into her ownership, and she's got a vast knowledge just background within the hospitality and event industry, and we're really hoping to wrap a lot of that into our activities and make our events really fun and exciting and something that people look forward to going to. And then lastly, Kimber Howard, she's our head of administration. And she's also heads up our TC organization. So I know that a big thing for new agents these days is really trying to understand the whole contracting process. And there's a lot of stress and anxiety that typically comes around in this area. But Kimber's really worked hard, and she's got a paralegal background in which we've built out a lot of SOPs and standardized documents to create a transaction coordinator kind of position and role within our team that makes the transaction process super, super easy for the agent, in which we can help you sign your contracts, keep you updated on contract milestones. Kimber's going to get into a lot of that detail later, but that's just a high level overview and introduction to her. So TGRI's overall mission is to provide honest and professional tailored real estate experience. We don't want to be the kind of low budget, run of the mill real estate agents out there. We want to be the kind of agents who go above and beyond to provide the honest feedback and real information that helps drive successful outcomes for our clients, but not only our clients, but our agents. At TGRI, we're a team, we're a family, and we really hope to provide the kind of insights and resources and actions and be a motivator and a positive influence in all the members of our team's lives so that they can go out there and achieve their dreams and go and be successful in the real estate industry. And that really wraps into our larger goal, which is to help 100 families and 100 agents. So when we say 100 families, that just means help 100 families change addresses. I mean, it could be a buyer transaction, it could be a seller transaction. We work with investors as well. We're really just hoping to get out there and help make a positive impact in at least 100 families' lives, but also 100 agents. We really want to start to recruit people, and that's really why we built out this team and focus so much on this. It's really gone into everything that we do and why we work so hard to try to build the best materials and put out the best information so that our team can be successful. And I think that we've done a good job of that. Kenyatta, is there anything else you want to add to this?
No, sir. I'm just sending out text messages to people again.
Yeah, no worries. But this is our logo, the TGRI logo, and I'm sure that Kenyatta can explain it a little bit clearer than I can because he's the one that really came up with this. But we have a shield, and traditionally in a lot of different mythological as well as biblical texts, the shield is something that protects you. It shields you from harm. And when it comes to our agents as well as our clients, we have a fiduciary responsibility to them. And to us, the best representation of a fiduciary responsibility is a shield, something that you protect your agents, and your clients, no matter if the information could put you in a disadvantaged state. If it's beneficial to the client, then we're going to go and tell them that information. And same thing with the colors of our shield. It's silver, and it's supposed to be kind of like a steel color. And the idea of the crossing keys is that iron sharpens iron, or steel sharpens steel, in the sense that we're all going to be open and honest with each other and really help each other sharpen our own skills and drive and find those gaps in our own personalities and our own work ethics so that we can all better grow as people and also real estate professionals. And lastly, a key, of course, keys open doors and keys open opportunities. And it's all about opportunities in this life, and we really want to position our agents so that they can go out and they can receive those opportunities, because it's one thing to be provided those, but another thing to be able to be in a position and a place where you can go out and you can receive that opportunity and benefit from it.
And within the opportunities of the keys and everything that we've just designed, you'll learn through the programs that we've developed. This opens up all kinds of new opportunities for you to teach, coach, and train others within yourself, to build your own business within a business, not just with what eXp has to offer, but what Team Goins has developed. We've taken things to a whole nother level, which opens up tons of opportunities for you to really help somebody. That's part of our goal, that 100 agents. The mainstream of everything we're doing is to help each other and to help others. So, I just wanted to hit that and drive that home a little bit more, because that's the importance of it. Because if we help enough people get what they want, we'll end up getting everything that we need. That's the whole thing. So keep going, Torrey. You're doing fabulous. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that goes back to our goal, helping 100 agents and 100 families. You help an agent, you train them to be successful and operate autonomously on their own. They can go out there and they can go affect change and help others, and that's really what we're all about. And that's kind of what goes into what we've really built here at TGRI. And Kenyatta keeps referencing our model and what we built, and really what it all comes down to are three core tenets here at TGRI, and the main one is centralization. This is the first in which we basically have pulled a lot of data and information from a bunch of different places and put it all into one spot. So as everyone knows here on the call, TGRI is part of eXp, which is one of the biggest growing, fastest growing brokerages in the world, really. And what goes with rapid growth is also can also happen and can result in a lot of complexity. Because an organization grows so fast, they also have to be able to manage and help their agents. And when you're growing so fast, you're churning out and you're building out a lot of different information and tools and resources. And coming in as a new agent, it's tough to go and find all of that information and be able to use it in a way that's going to be the most effective for you at that time. And as a relatively new agent myself, when I joined TGRI about 6 months ago, that was one of the major things that I struggled with. So we really built that into what we've done here by trying to consolidate all that information and make it easier for our agents and our teams to go out there and get what they need. And that really builds into agent development. Our focus is to identify the key strategies and actions that drive agent success. So to us, agent success is whatever the agent specifically defines. We got a lot of different agents on our team. We got agents who are looking to just get trained up and become transaction coordinators. We have systems and processes in place that can go out there and help them go and be successful in that area. We have other agents who want to specialize on listings. At TGRI, everybody here wants to be a listing specialist, and that's something that we focus on. Other agents, maybe they really like buyers, or they're passionate about relocating. That's a huge thing in the market today. We've got partners in other areas and strategies that can help you get connected with the companies that do relocations or come up with a strategy. So when it comes to agent development, we're agent centric or a human centric team, which means that we're all focused around the agent. And that really leads to the last thing that we've done is really focusing on business development through one-on-one agent coaching and mentoring. As I had said, all the people from the executive team, Don, myself, Kimber, and Cinnamon, we all come from different professional backgrounds in which we have a lot of different business experience, just overall business experience, not to mention Kenyatta, who's owned several businesses in the past, in which we've really kind of tailored all of that and put that all into what we've done. But similar to the agent centric focus that our team is, we really want to sit down with each and every person that's on our team and help build out a progression and a roadmap that would work specifically for you. So here's a couple different activities and different types of resources that we have within each of these different pillars. And within centralization, like I said, we have SOPs, we got virtual trainings, we got a lot of technology specialists. I come from a technology background, and as we know in the digital world today, everything is about reaching out online and automating as much as you can. And that's really what we're trying to do here. Agent development, same thing, mentorship and training. We got a buyer playbook, which is a physical resource that each and every person can have so that they be there when you can't hold of someone on the team and you have a question that needs to be answered. We have a playbook that goes step through each step of the buying process and the listing process. So you have tools and resources to fall back on so that you can go ahead and be confident when you're interacting with your clients. And then lastly, business development. We got business coaching, we got agent attraction strategies, $1 million network. That's something that we're going to talk about. And I think we've got a video coming up later in the slide tonight in which we've got example of one of the heavy hitters we bring on to our calls, which is Gene Fredericks, who's one of the top recruiting agents within XP. And he really is just an example of the types of people that we bring on to our calls. But here's just some visual examples of of these. So another thing that we have are client-facing tools. This is really important as a new agent. When you join, you really want something that you can feel confident about customizing to yourself and tailoring it so that you can confidently use it in front of a client, because a lot of these things that are standard and that you're given to as an agent might not be as robust or as well thought out as you would like. And we've really worked on building out the processes so that we can help educate our clients and educate our agents at the same time. So I think I've talked plenty to start. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Dawn, who's going to talk about our upcoming events and maybe tell us a little bit about herself and her background. So Dawn, go ahead.
Thanks, Trey. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on the call. Kind of piggyback off of what Ken and Trey mentioned earlier about me and my background. I think Trey mentioned I have a lot of years in hospitality and events. That is true. I don't want to age myself, but it's more than 20. So I've done every kind of event you can possibly imagine, worked in restaurants, event venues, et cetera, et cetera. So I really find myself at home being able to kind of head this up and think of different ways as our team grows to have different kinds of events, what types of events will be most beneficial to us and our communities around the Valley. We do have some already on the calendar events, if you will. Kenyatta mentioned those in the opening. They are our Wednesday evenings, and this is actually our first Wednesday. They were Thursdays, but we've kind of swapped things around, if you will. So every Wednesday night at 6 p.m., we will be having a public call is what we call them. That's where we'll have training. Sometimes we'll have guest speakers, et cetera, et cetera. And then every Thursday, we'll have, like Ken mentioned, our lunch and learns. Again, those will be virtual for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I actually have a call this Friday with one of our partners. So we're going to build out a calendar for the rest of this year and try to get some of them to come on and speak to us so we can learn a little bit more of the lending side, and then also have some at their facilities. So we'll update the calendar as it comes. Speaking of that, we do have a live calendar that we are building out at this time. Actually, Trey's working on it. So thank you, Trey, for that. If you join our team, or when you join our team, you will have access to that at any time, 24/7. It is a working calendar, so it is live and it will be updated minute by minute. So you'll be able to go there, once a week, every day, whatever your schedule permits, to see what kind of events are coming up in the coming months. And we will be building that calendar out as events become more prevalent and people have a little bit more confidence in those live events, especially. The type of events I'm looking forward to start planning are chamber events, and that could be the chamber in Chandler, it could be the chamber in Phoenix, it could be the chamber in Glendale. Just going to do a lot of research on that, see what kind of events, see who's part of those chambers, who are on those boards, etc. Chambers are a great way, especially for real estate agents, to get out and meet other business owners and people within that community. It's a great way to network. So if you've never attended a chamber event, I highly recommend you do. You do not need to be a member to necessarily attend one. It's just a small fee, typically $10, $15. I'm actually going to one in Chandler next week. It's just a networking for young professionals. I'm gonna do some networking there and meet people and just kind of get a feel for what these different chambers are. So those will be coming up, and we'll be adding those to the calendar in the coming months, as well as volunteer and charity events. TGRI has a big purpose, if you will, initiative to give back to our communities. And what better way than to volunteer for charity events and also get our name out there and meet and network with people. So those will be coming up as well. Again, as those live events begin coming back to the Valley and more people feel comfortable having them and they're not all virtual, we'll add those to the calendar as we book them or as we plan those out. So you guys can plan around, your schedules around those events to see, whatever ones you want to attend, or bring your friends or other agents that that are thinking about, switching brokerages, or perhaps they haven't hung their license yet, to come and check out, TGRI as part of eXp. Also, I do want to say one thing. Please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I believe we have those handles at the end of the presentation, but we'll also be updating our events there. So please do check those out, so that if you don't go to the calendar or you forget or what have you, and it's just easier to pop on social media, which I think a lot of us do with our phones, be sure to follow us at those 3 platforms, because we will be posting events and updates about calls or what have you through those platforms as well. So there's multiple different ways to kind of follow what we're doing and seeing what we're up to, so that you can join and be part of the family.
Great
And
job.
that's all. I don't know who's next.
Hey, he added it. Sweet. Well, I'm gonna talk about this one. This map shows you areas that we are currently in. And I hope that California grows much larger. As my wife is out there and I'm out there actively recruiting some agents, some more. But we do have one in there and several in Arizona, of course, the ones on this call. We do have two other agents in Michigan and one in Wisconsin, one in Tennessee, and two in Georgia currently, and one in New Jersey. I do have one coming from Toronto and one signing on, hopefully, in the next 2 months, but COVID's kind of slowed everything down over there, especially. We think we have it bad. No. The Minister of Health over there has really closed things down very tight, but they'll be joining in 2 months. Thank God they have relatively good English, and they can't wait to be on these calls. We figured out how to get them on the call as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm excited because once I showed them some of the tools that we have to offer, people are very, very impressed. And that has to do with each one of you guys and the hard work you've put into developing these programs and making TGRI an awesome team to be a part of, and a team that's all about teaching, coaching, and learning, helping each other. So Teray, it's back to you. I just got excited seeing that map. Pretty cool.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and I think everybody was on the call for this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and skip this, but this is just with Gene Fredericks, just an example of one of the top EXP agents that we brought onto the team, and we got more plans similar to what Don was saying. We're starting to build out our calendar a little bit more. So this presentation is more of our introductory to our team and what we're all about. And as we continue to grow, we're going to be bringing on, like Don had said, more partners and really start to answer and teach about the things that are most pressing in the market today, and talk about those issues and those problems that are arising and how we might be able to best overcome those. So we're going to go ahead and continue. And I believe, let me see if I got to click it twice. Yep, and we do. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce Kimber Howard. Like I said, she's our Chief Administrative Officer, as well as our TC lead, so our transaction coordinator lead. She's built out a really robust program, and it's really interesting, and it's an ever evolving field because, as we know, laws are continuously changing, and we really lean on Kimber and her knowledge in the sense that she keeps us up to date and keeps us legal. That's a big stress and a big relief for me, especially that I got someone like Kimber in my corner who can double check my work and make sure that everything's done correctly. So go ahead, Kimber.
Thanks, Teray. Appreciate that. In conjunction with what everyone has been saying tonight, the administrative piece of TGRI points to the purpose and the goal of TGRI, and that is 100 families, 100 agents. What we do is, as TCs, is we touch both sides in a sense, because of the simple fact that we're handling all the documentation, we're making sure that everything is in compliance. Not only to make sure that the agents are doing their fiduciary duties, but like with the shield, we're protecting our clients and making sure that everything is going through the process seamlessly, legally, correctly, so that we can continue to help more people and help more families. And next year, hopefully this will go to 200 families. But what we basically do as TCs, and Gladys is a certified TGRI TC. She's on the call. She actually went through a training We have developed training courses for TCs on this team. And the main things that we really focus on as TCs is our 3 C's. We must communicate, we must work in conjunction with all of the efforts of our client, of our team and their clients. We work with continuity and we want to collaborate. So with all of that working together, we're able to support both sides at the level that they need to be supported. I am very, as Teray has indicated, focused on the legal aspect. We want to protect our agents. We want to make sure that they're getting the support that they need. We are hoping that our agents are working with 5, 6 clients at a time, and that, in juggling all the paperwork, can be very difficult. So we, as the TCs, are here to answer any questions that you may have in regards to a transaction. Make sure that you're having all the proper documents and the paperwork. Making sure that eXp is not breathing down your neck about making sure that everything is in the systems timely and correctly. We have multiple service plans that we offer our team. We hope that each agent on the team will bring us, will allow us to help them, because it is a choice. Our services help from the novice to someone just coming on board to someone who is very seasoned in the industry. So we have total TC, that's for somebody who's really trying to learn right out the gate, seeing how the paperwork process go. We pretty much handle all of that effort for you, and you just kind of see how it goes through the process. We have TC and me. If we step back a little bit, you have more control of the process. We have TC Companion. Now you're starting to get your legs. You understand how some process is going, and you do a little bit more of the paperwork. And then we have TC Lite, where we just review, making sure that everything looks good, and that when it goes into eXp is happy. We also have a referral plan as well. And the referral plan is just if you have a refer in or refer out type of situation, to make sure all the documentation and the referral systems are correct. Now, our onboarding, we are definitely in process of the whole agent onboarding. We help agents with MLS. All of the TCs have access to all of the systems for each of our agents. So, and it's all consolidated in one place, so that we're easily able to access your account to make documents, put documents together in transaction desk. We build templates in transaction desk. We make sure that all the contingencies are built into your account for transaction desk. So when anyone comes into your system, any TC, because we all work together, everything is, the continuity is there. There's no question, there's no looking for anything. Everything is built out in the beginning in all systems, so that we're very efficient and can help as many agents as we possibly can. We make sure that SkySlope, everything goes into that in a timely manner. We have our drive, our agent drive holds all of the documents. We put a library of documents in there, so it's a one throat to choke kind of situation. You just go one place, everything's there, and you don't have to search around over here and look in Workplace and find it over here and find it over there. Everything is centralized. It also allows you to see how many transactions there are in the pipe. It also helps you align yourself with who your transaction coordinator is going to be for that particular transaction. So we really thought through a lot of the process for making sure that that aspect of your agent services is handled, and at a level where it's handled, where you look very professional in working with your clients. Slack is our main way of communicating. We have a channel in there that's TC Help, and that's where you can ask all of your questions. That's also where you can put in suggestions. If there's certain things that you want from your TCs, you can go in there and you can ask us, and we'll get right back to you. If it's bigger or something we haven't dealt with, we'll go right to our brokers, and then we'll get back to you. So we are like really the first line of defense. And then, you have other things that some people use and some people don't, but to know what your monthly fee covers through eXp, really helps you as the agent. So we also help you set up your Ring Central and your Supra. So those are things that that the TCs, me as a TC manager, will help you with in onboarding you, as well as on them, and it kind of parlays over to the administrative piece of the operation as well. So it's kind of like a very comprehensive background administrative support system that you'll have as an agent on the TGRI team. And we definitely want to make sure that, you know, you look good. So that's what we're here for.
What an awesome team she's put together and program to allow you to be more effective in the field versus being bogged down with all these other demands that can really be a time alligator, I call it. So make sure you get in there and talk to Kimber and ask questions, or Gladys, and they'll be more than happy to direct you in any way you need to go. So with that, go next slide there, Torre, and take it away.
So yeah, I think that's a high level overview of a lot of what TGRI has to offer, and that's not even really everything. Like I said, we're still missing a lot of core members of our team, and a lot of people being pulled in different directions. But we got a lot more to come, and I kind of want to kick back to what Kimber had said, and this, I'm opening up the floor to any question and answers, and I got a question for everybody. What is the average number of houses a buyer goes and sees before they can get a house under contract?
Are you talking about like now, or when it's?
Let's talk about now. Let's talk about now.
Yeah, that's a trick question, isn't it?
I was gonna say, it's so funny you should say that, because like with all the tools that we have, I have an offer sheet that goes on each one of the client files that we work on. And it lists a lot of the offers. And I will tell you, I would say on average right now, I've got a couple people just sitting on my desk that I'm just seeing, 16. One's 2 sheets, because I have it stacked, I've got it.
Okay, so let's say that's the high end. That's the high end is 16, and that's just because in the Arizona market, as we had talked about last week on the market update, is that we're one of the hottest markets in the U.S. right now. We have the most people moving to us. I believe we're in the top 5. But as a nation, because we do have a nationwide team, the average number of houses, and this is definitely a low number extrapolated across all of the agents in the US, is 6 houses they go and put an offer in before they get something accepted, is a national average. So when we're talking about a TC and the value of your time and working effectively, as Kenyatta said, and I can say specifically from a previous transaction that Dawn and I went through, having someone in your corner to kind of review that paperwork and make sure that the offer is done and created quickly is really an advantage. And it's really, gives you peace of mind. And that's just an idea of the average number of houses. So as an agent, you're going to typically, if you talk about US averages, you're going to be writing 6 offer contracts. Of course, that's client dependent. It's going to depend on the risk tolerance of your client. There's a lot of other factors, but if we're speaking averages, imagine how much time that would save you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting to think about when you think of it that way. And that's just on the buyer side. And even when it comes to the listing side, the average house is getting at least 4 to 10 different offers on it. So having a TC in your corner that's going to help you really fully get a double set of eyes on those offers and those purchase contracts as they come in is very, very essential, especially to help your clients make decisions quickly. And time is really money in this world of ours. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to questions. I don't have a clock. Let me see what time it is. So we got a little bit of time.
Yeah,
What about anybody? We can open it up, and is anyone working with any difficult clients or anything that you can kind of talk about and see, open it up to the group and see if we can help you in any way.
We don't have a difficult client, but we have a difficult agent.
oh, yeah, let's talk
Oh,
about
yeah?
that.
Yeah,
I
let's talk
mean,
about that.
It's crazy. I don't know, Ken. He likes to talk about commission a lot, and he's discussing commission with his clients, and it's crazy. I'm like, are we even allowed to do that? It's just so bizarre to me.
Is
He's
he a listing agent or a buyer agent?
buyer agent.
Commercial buyer agent.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it's his first deal too, but
It's commercial. No, I'm just kidding.
he's very, very ignorant to the way of professionalism. Let me put it that way. What is the one cardinal sin that you do not commit in real estate? Anybody know? This is an
Lie.
open discussion, so let's just put it out there.
talk about commissions.
You weren't supposed to answer that one.
You're not supposed to do that.
Gentleman's coming in.
Yeah, that's hard.
He's
Hey,
talking,
Sam.
Kimber, he's talking percentages, even splits, like it's crazy. And he's basically trying to get us to give him more so that we'll get the deal. It's crazy. I'm like, is this normal in commercial? Like, because this does not happen in residential, to my knowledge.
No, not in ethical commercial deals.
Right.
What's the traditional, how does commission typically work with commercial? I'm not very familiar with that area. So is it a standard flat typically, or how does it usually go?
It's an escalating scale. It varies. It's like a roller coaster ride, but the majority of them are at 5%. This guy's thinking he should be getting 6. Well, we're right where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then he wants that to be an even split, but okay. If I talk to this dude, I'm gonna put him straight, because did you advertise? Did you have to do this? No, you got in your car and you drove a client over here and you want an even split?
And it's
No,
like his
we have
aunt.
expenses.
The client is a family member of his. So
Yeah.
it's not like he went out and, had to like find, but he's like, well, my family or my client, who's my family member, really wants me to get a commission. And I'm like, well, then she can make up the difference.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
how I feel. I'm like, she can make up the, half of a percentage, or, a quarter of the percentage is what you're really.
It's not that he's not getting a percentage or getting a commission.
Yeah. It's like a quarter of a percentage that he wants.
A quarter percent.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And if that breaks the deal, then that's his problem. There'll be another 8. There'll be another person that wants to build him.
Yeah.
But this should never be something that's discussed. Only you discuss this. Commissions are discussed between you and your client, not you and the other agent. That's non-negotiable at that point. Once this listing is out and we've got the splits up there, that's it. Done deal. You go with it. You want to show it, show it. You want to put an offer in, do it. But don't keep bringing that up, because that is unprofessional. That is not something that you have control over. That's
Right.
something that's between listing agent and seller only.
Right.
Especially if you're hampering the transaction, and it seems like he's
Yeah.
kind of dangling it, installing the transaction over that.
He is.
is
I think
very much
he's trying to get her over to the other property. He's saying, oh, it's an even split. Like, he keeps saying that. And I'm like, I don't care. Just let me know if you have any questions. I think he's trying to push her in that direction, even though it may not be the right fit for her.
Well, I'd say let him. If the client is not doing it for themselves, we can only do our fiduciary duty is to our client.
Our client, exactly.
And so whatever goes on the other side, if they walk away and she goes into an opportunity or go into a situation that's not conducive to her needs, I
Exactly.
mean, think about it. Think about it. You know, fear is the worst thing that can happen in real estate. And you know, Teray, Kenyatta, we both just saw it a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, we had a client who had a deal that was accepted offer, but she jumped the gun and signed a lease before, you know, that whole process could get through. So if he's fearful of not making enough money out of the deal, that's what always breaks the deal. So,
Yep.
you know, it's unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah.
Cinnamon put in there, and you could talk, honey, if you want, or
Hi, Sin.
hi, dear.
Hi, Sin.
We miss you.
I know, I miss you guys too.
We love you so much.
I love y'all too. Y'all know my world's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it sounds like a fiduciary duty issue, just like Kimber said. And I'm jumping in on the tail end of the convo and I have no context, but we're supposed to do what's best for the client. And that's not always what's best for us, but that's not what we committed to. So very interesting case study example.
yeah, that's a
right?
good case study for us, right? Yes, one big thing. I
All right,
want
let's
to
do
give a big congratulations shout out to Kimber. She has her first listing
Congratulations, Kimber.
out in Avondale coming up. We did a photo shoot out there today. And I'm very proud of her. She's really working diligently, and she's doing it, folks. She's really doing it. And my hat is off to you. I'm so proud of you. I really am. That's what we need to keep doing. And this team will be there for the open house on the 30th or the 31st.
28th.
28th. Gotta write that
Yeah,
down.
let's get those coming soon marketing out there, Kimber.
Oh,
Let's connect and start getting the marketing strategy out there. And let us know how we can support. And yeah, the 28th, let's get it all laid out, because we got automated campaigns for people. We got the iPad with the sign up list for KV Core. We got a lot of stuff to plan. So
Perfect.
congratulations, Kimber.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, see, I had to save that for last.
Yeah.
Appreciate
And then
it.
we got to do the circle prospecting. So the whole neighborhood around there, we got to start. Now all the ideas, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. So good job, Kimber.
Aren't you glad I saved it for last? Oh,
I love it.
Cinnamon, I am just so happy to see you on, and even if it's for 2 minutes, I know that the team is energized and motorized from your presence again. It's really great. AG, thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure meeting you before, and we hope to see you on more of the calls. And let's just keep inviting folks out for next Wednesday, guys. And let's be more diligent about it. Let's get this thing really, really cranked up, and where we know it belongs and where Cinnamon knows it is. And Sin's not going nowhere, guys. She's not going nowhere. She just has life happening. She's getting that PhD and writing papers, but I know seeing her face changes a lot of things, right?
I'm not going anywhere, I promise. I just have a lot going on. You know, too many kids and all the things. So we're just really busy over here with life stuff. So I'm still around. I'm still paying attention to the Slacks when they come through. Like, my nose is in all the business. Life is a little crazy. So I'm still here.
We're one big happy family, guys. So I could almost cry tonight. I'm so happy, just we're getting ready to get it, guys. We're gonna get all them agents from there, and we're gonna do this thing big. We're gonna take this on the road, and Cinnamon's gonna be doing that life coaching, and we're gonna be teaching, coaching, training people all over. I've said that from the very beginning, and I'm not gonna stick to it, but I'm remotivated. I'm really remotivated. So look out.
All right.
Guys, have a good night. Thank you for being on. Love you all. Thank you so much, Gladys.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you for being with us. Have a safe and blessed trip.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Thank you. I'll see you guys later.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Good night, Luce.
Bring
Love
me back
you.
a leg.
Love you, Joyce.
I love you.
What did she
too.
say?
Give me a call, Kenyatta. I got something to talk to you about.
Okay.
All right.
Will do.
Love you.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
all.